Namaste. Welcome you all for the classes on meditation. This is the 28th in the series. We have been trying to look at this one of the negative kleshas, the fear, irrational fear. We shall try to explore this so-called Abhinivesha, as Patanjali calls it. We shall try to explore that little further by considering what we call as uncertainty in life. We see uncertainty in life, and if we do not handle that properly, if we do not understand that properly, it could lead to further complications because of this Abhinivesha. We'll try to look at this, try to contemplate on this issue, try to explore ourselves to know these hidden fears in us, and then let us see how to overcome. First, it is important to recognize any of these things, the negativities present in us. So first we will chant the sacred word Om, and then try to explore our own minds. Sit upright, any comfortable position. You can sit even on a chair. Gently close your eyes. Palms should face upwards. Tip of the thumb and index finger in contact. Be relaxed. Have complete postural awareness. Watch your breathing. As you inhale, the abdominal cavity should expand. As you exhale, it should contract. Now we shall pronounce the sacred word Om. You have to inhale, and as you exhale, pronounce the word Om, and watch the vibrations. Feel the vibrations in and through every pore of your skin. Join with me. Inhale. Be quiet. Watch the inner calmness. Now slowly open your eyes. Getting freed from fear is very, very important. Patanjali calls it as Abhinivesha. This is a technical word, Abhinivesha. And the key point is Swarasavahi Vidushopi Tatharudo Abhiniveshaha. So this is something that is that momentum. Momentum means it is flowing from the past and it is deep rooted even in the wise. This aspect of self-preservation or the fear of losing, fear of death is something deep rooted in us. Today we will look at one more dimension from our day-to-day experiences. Because all of us have this Swarasavahi, means always we want these things to go on. These things means whatever we are enjoying, all these colorings, we want that to continue as it is. So you can look at it as this way. This has two dimensions. One is fear of losing what I want, and fear of not getting what I want. Please think of this. So we want that momentum of raga, whatever gives us sukha, we want that to continue. Whatever gives us dukkha, dvesha, that we don't want it to come. And if something is there that is giving dukkha, we want it to go away. So in raga, we want continuity, but we are afraid of discontinuity. In raga, in dvesha, we want it to discontinue, but we are afraid of its continuity. Now, the other dimension is life is full of uncertainty. We keep seeing this. We keep reading about several things which shows us that life is uncertain. But intolerance to uncertainty, we don't tolerate uncertainty. Although life is uncertain, we don't tolerate. So because of what happens? Our cognitive, emotional and behavioral reactions, they will be different. Which means the way we think, judge, the way we feel and behave to uncertainty, that is the key issue. And the problem, if you do not handle this properly, is its negative influence. Fear, anxiety, and several behavioral inhibitions. Of course, it also has implications on health, but definitely the mind will be further inflicted with fear, worries, anxieties, etc. We shall try to contemplate on this issue. Now gently close your eyes. Just see how much of these uncertainties haunts you. I will just give you some examples just to drive the point. Uncertainty is there in and through this fabric of life. For example, you are starting the day very well, let us say. You are in a calm mood, and through phone or email or whatever, you hear the news that one of your friend or relative who had been to picnic died getting caught into a water current in a river, or some accident, any such things. Because life is uncertain. You might have met that person or spoken to him just the previous day or whatever, and this uncertainty can trigger fear. Suddenly, a lot of thoughts, mind will create its own network of vicious thoughts. What if what if it happens to you? Or if it happens to your very close kith and kin, those who are very next to you, the son, daughter, grandchildren, whatever. And in the current situation, for example, COVID, you have to definitely take all necessary precautions. Wear your mask, watch your distance, wash your hands, all that hygiene principles, social norms you have to follow. But still, there could be a factor of uncertainty, and that could trigger a fear, anxiety. Especially if you hear the news that someone whom you knew was following all this, but still got afflicted with this virus, then instead of accepting the uncertainties, the mind will again trigger a host of emotional responses about your own self and your kith and kin. So anytime we see that life takes an unexpected turn and twist, that's what uncertainty is. In someone else's life, then suddenly it triggers a lot of negative emotions. just check how this aspect of uncertainty has been haunting you. Just watch. First, we should accept, yes, this uncertainty is haunting. How to overcome? Well, Patanjali gives you the path, the solution. But first, we should recognize that this uncertainty is haunting. Every time you hear a news, which stands as a case for uncertainty, a lot of negative emotions bubble up. So that intolerance to uncertainty should not be there. In life, we must be responsible, we must take all precautions. With all that uncertainty, you have to acknowledge, we have to accept because the news or the triggers of this uncertainty are not very uncommon. Every day we see some news or read something which very clearly shows that life is uncertain. And if we have a strong intolerance to uncertainty, we will have a lot of emotional problems. Because that Abhinivesha, it wants that raga or whatever we like or want to continue. We have raga with our body, with our kith and kins, with our possessions, whatnot. But life also tells you that there is uncertainty. And if you are intolerant to uncertainty, Abhinivesha becomes further deep rooted. Therefore, we have to accept that uncertainty exists. You should acknowledge that, but ensure that, because very nature is uncertain, because something happened to someone, we don't have to get into a strong negative emotional bouts, disturbing the peace within, because it is not certain. If something happened to someone, it is not certain that it will also happen to us. That is the beauty of uncertainty. Because it is uncertain, we should accept it and develop the tolerance. That is, as this is a part of life, so that it does not trigger unnecessary negative emotions, leading to deepening the fear, worries, anxieties, etc. Because every time you encounter some uncertainty, if you are intolerant, you get disturbed, and those kleshas of fear, negativities, they become further deep rooted. Then what happens is that even without the triggers of uncertainty, the negative emotions, mood disorders, the fear, they keep popping up. Therefore, we must be very, very mindful of the impact of this uncertainty and Abhinivesha. Uncertainty must be accepted as the truth of life, and that is it. If you develop intolerance to uncertainty, then it only deepens Abhinivesha and it can become a constant source of disturbance, deceiving us from the peace of mind. If you acknowledge and accept uncertainty, if that clarity comes, then mind gradually let goes Abhinivesha. Once you know that this is a fact, that uncertainty is built in or inherent in life, the grip of Abhinivesha loosens. So contemplate on these things. And Patanjali gives a path through which we can reach that state of ananda, bliss. So if you follow Patanjali, attaining that beautiful state of bliss, and that is certain. There is no uncertainty in that. We shall offer our prayers to sage Patanjali. Take a deep breath. Yogena chittasya padena vacha malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarottam pravaram muninam patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi hari om. Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shubhamastu.